Gotcha, thank you. It is another edition of the Sunshine State rivalry. The Orlando SeaWolves and Florida Tropics renewing hostilities this evening again for the fourth time. From Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, this is SeaWolves Soccer on MASL TV. My name's Jeff Radcliffe. Thanks to have you along. Austin David will be along shortly. Again, as I mentioned, fourth meeting of the season between these two. We will take a quick break and talk about the matchups when we come back on
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet.
Through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Aaron Poppins. Please remain standing as the color guard exits the field. Thank you.
SeaWolves holding the 2-1 edge against the Tropics this season, as the newcomers from Orlando has gotten the best of them. It's the first one here at home for Orlando, and they will have to contend with Antonio Manfoot, number 3 or number 2, depending on what jersey he is wearing. But he scored a goal against Orlando in the season opener when he was playing for St. Louis and got traded, and has since scored 9 goals and had 5 assists. On the other side, guy who is among the leaders in goals, assists, and points, and that's Gordy Gerson, the forward, now 21 goals, 14 assists, had 2 last night in the 6-2 defeat at the hands of division-leading Milwaukee. Head coaches for this one, Clay Roberts, now in his 3rd season for the Tropics. He will put out formidable lineup. Hugo Silva in goal, Antonio Manfoot, as we just mentioned, Victor Pereras, Ricardo Diegues, Anthony Orico, and Fibo Arriaga, another former SeaWolf who was traded mid-season. Tom Traxler will counter with the same lineup, just the one change though, as Peter Sliwa moves in goal for Heiner House after the 6-2 defeat. So it's Rojas, Gerson, Alvarez, Sandoval, and the newcomer Derek Huffman, a defender who has certainly an edge that he will play with. Final instructions for Coach Trax, the 50-year-old out of Tampa. Clay Roberts on the other side, also the head coach at Southeastern University, native of Plant City. So a lot of Florida flavor, if you will, as you would expect in this rivalry. The first meeting went to the Tropics there at RP Funding Arena. It was 9-6 in that game, but Orlando won the next 2, 11-6 and 10-6. As the Tropics have kind of slipped into a bit of a funk. They're coming off a 10-9 loss at St. Louis, in which really they played quite well. Had a 1-goal loss to Baltimore on the road. So this is a very formidable team that just hasn't had things go their way, as you see Coach Roberts. So glad to have you along wherever you happen to be. You're watching anywhere in the state or beyond. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday night. A big soccer Saturday here in Central Florida. Orlando City in the MLS getting a 2-2 draw in their opener. I'm sure we'll see a number of fans in the house tonight that came from downtown Orlando to see the SeaWolves in action. SeaWolves in yellow, Tropics in orange. And it will be the Tropics to kick things off. I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Austin David will join as soon as he gets through traffic. And it's game on here in Kissimmee. Kicked off as Diegues. And they'll immediately go forward. Manfoot tries to put it inside. And a great opportunity there for Manfoot on that near post. This is a team, Tom Traxler said, loves to get forward and stay forward. And we've just got to weather the storm. There's Orico. Take it all the way back. These two teams should be quite familiar with one another. Again, 4th meeting. They'll dump it into the corner. And Sliwa has it in his hands, and here's the distribution. Gerson, look at Alvarez. Gonna pull it in. First change now as Jonathan Mendoza has checked in his yellow kit. Lewis Neal playing as a defender tonight, a bit of a switch personnel-wise. The steady, calming presence of the Orlando City legend. And now Manfoot picks up the turnover middle of the park. It's a 2-on-1 just outside the area, and it is 1-0 Florida. And their fans that have made the trip certainly happy about that. So 1-0, another tough start here as they conceded an early goal last night. Good hold up, Manfoot, and it will be Diegues to pick up his 12th goal of the season. So 1-0 Tropics. 2-on-1, not much the keeper Sliwa could do. It's what kind of a reaction are you going to have if you're the SeaWolves? You see the orange and teal in the house. Gerson will get the restart inside the yellow line. We'll play it left. Rojas's shot was blocked with that Neto. Neto wearing the 75, and that will be wasted into the Wolfpack. And it'll come back to the SeaWolves who trail 1-0 here. 13:29 to go in the first quarter. Trying to work it through the midfield again. The press is coming and looking to make it 2-0, and they do. And a brace to start for Diegues. How about this from the Tropics, who've had a sour taste their last two meetings. And right now it's an orange crush here in the first quarter. Take a look at both goals poorly given away. And the Tropics have the personnel to make Orlando pay, and they do. Sliwa. If I can just shore things up. Remember, this is a second game of a back-to-back for Orlando, having playing one of the best teams in the league last night. And put in quite an effort as Alvarez keeps it up. Always difficult going back-to-back, whether you're home or away. The Tropics, who dressed just 13, marauding forward once more. Nice turn in the middle from Braithwaite. Braithwaite, a scoring maven himself. 11 goals and an assist. And the SeaWolves just need to settle down. Long way to go. Settled by Sandoval. Alvarez looking to pick out a pass. Sends it into the corner. Rojas pulls it back out. Neal will make the distribution. Gerson. Do much with it. Knocked to the turf. There's Huffman all the way forward, and he'll have to track back defensively. A little pressure being shown by the SeaWolves here. Diegues down to Manfoot, who's got in behind once more. Neal is there to close him down. He gets away, puts it off the wall, and Sliwa able to collect. SeaWolves, a reminder if you didn't see the game last night, are down their two best playmakers, the two leading assist men. Thiago Freitas, 12 goals, 10 assists. And Victor France, 1 goal, 7 assists. Still nursing injuries. And those are your two really goal creators. And the SeaWolves will have to weather the storm. Coming out is Silva. And a vital win from Sliwa coming out. As you'd expect, playing back-to-back nights, passes have not been crisp. Good energy in the building tonight. You know it's a rivalry. Here's Alvarez, who trips up. Play continues. We go the other way. Braithwaite will collect it. And we'll come back to Fibo Arriaga. Former SeaWolf now getting a lot of playing time with the Tropics. Fibo to Silva. Pressure being put on Johnny Mendoza. 2-0 Florida here. Punched the SeaWolves here in the mouth to start. So we mentioned that Lewis Neal going to be more of a defender tonight. That means Dudu Cruz moves into the midfield. He's trying to shake something up tactically in order to get more than 2 goals. We'll lift it long, Arriaga. Osvaldo Rojas getting physical, and it'll be a free kick. Rojas making himself big and difficult. The jousting. So a good opportunity upcoming. Gerson send it to the back stick. Looking for a deflection, didn't get it. It will be corralled here. Alvarez on the restart. Rojas. Neal being the sweeper. And getting out of there is Tout. Starting to settle down just a bit. Florida came out, all sorts of energy. Good job by Alvarez. Now Huffman will chase it into the corner. Nope, went over. The Tropics did not play last night, so a fresh 13 here tonight for Coach Roberts. Pressure shown. And Arico off of Sandoval. Forcing a turnover. Mendoza to his right, and cut off and now turned over, and the chase is on. On the right side, Manfoot was running free along the left. Work by Huffman, make it difficult. His Braithwaite is a massive destroyer down there. Already midway through this first quarter. Solve a challenge. SeaWolves will have the ball. He's looking to match up. Quickly into Naranjo. And the pressure continues to come. Out of it like a champ, Yoshi Sandoval. And it's that line of confrontation Florida's putting up on their attacking half and just forcing turnovers. Manfoot will track backwards. And Paredes in the circle, kicks it out. Back to Silva, the native of Rio, the last 2 seasons in Harrisburg. Arriaga comes back out. There's a Luis Berche. Gerson couldn't collect. .50-50 Pereiras. Neto. The play was a negative ball back to Sliwa. He will distribute all the way to the other side. Gerson, front of the boards. Back to Neal. Oh, dump down again. Villegas. Will be a restart in the attacking half for the Tropics, it appears. And we'll take the timeout. Middle of the first quarter, it is Florida 2, Orlando 0. Watching SeaWolves Soccer on MASL TV.
fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never! Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now, and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-355-7430 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-355-7430. Order now.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need Credit Repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past.
The fabric
Back
in this
in Kissimmee, Jeff Ratcliffe, Austin David making it to the booth here. Sure, a very busy day for you.
Oh, yeah.
You come into the Tropics down 2 after conceding 2 goals in the second minute.
Yeah, and you knew this was going to be coming. Orlando coming off the very tough Milwaukee Wave game last night. Emotions running high a little bit, and you know, Florida knew exactly what they were coming into, and they wanted to get out quick, and they wanted to start out taking it to the SeaWolves.
Matt Clare had just come on, now go off. It's been settled since that second minute. A couple of off chances either way. Oh. Just a beast. Braithwaite will run in.
Mendoza going up for the header. And this could be an issue.
O'Neal coming back. Sliwa made the intervention. Back to the yellow line. We'll chip it to the far post. And out of play it goes. Off of Orlando. We'll have... off of Orlando.
Just making a change here. Top of the box shot now.
The 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you're really in a rut. Stepping up is Pereras. No. Off the corner. Went upper 90 on that one and just missed. Another attempt from Braithwaite goes wide. SeaWolves just looking to counter. Silva wants to come out and play.
Silva definitely has that capability. Futsal background that he comes in with. Scattering report on him, shoot high. Because in futsal, you're always going low. Goal is much smaller. You shoot high.
Silva is 6'2". But yes.
Nobody there.
Try for those corners. Arriaga will play it back. And Neal will win the header. Head it into the corner nicely as Neto tried to be cheeky. Neal again flying scissor kick, but now falls to the Tropics. This is Marangione. And he has the goal. Following up the shot off the wall, Enzo Marangione. And it is 3-0 for the visitors.
Coming off of that, well, rough game last night. This is probably the worst start that the SeaWolves could have asked for. Take another look at this. I think it was Arriaga who had the assist too. It was.
All smiles. Former SeaWolf who's dealt to Florida.
He played in that Brazil friendly, but I think this is his first MASL game.
Yes.
Here at Silver
He was in the broadcast booth for 1 or 2.
He was.
He's having trouble making the 15 and got traded. Worst start as you can imagine, that one bounding through. Just haven't been able to generate the chances. That one nearly sneaking in off the foot of Mendoza. The benefit of giving the goals up this early is that you got plenty of chance to work your way back into it.
Yeah, but you got to get one back first.
You got to stop them as
2-on-1
Manfoot's on
now.
the move again. And how much legs left do the SeaWolves have? You're chasing all last night, and tonight now you're down 3-0, which means more work output.
And you see the attacking style that Florida's going with. I mean, every time that there's a breakaway, it's a 2-on-1, and Orlando's being forced to track back and using more legs that, well, maybe a lot of these guys may not have after going a full game yesterday. This is the load that they have to try and deal with here.
Ooh, that one out of play. Orlando will have a very difficult test in front of them, no matter the outcome tonight. At Kansas City, at Milwaukee next week on a quick turnaround.
Getting a bit chippy down there with Huffman and Braithwaite.
That's what happens when you've played now for the 4th time. And it seems like the Tropics have taken it personal.
Well, the Tropics are also looking just for a win. They're coming off that overtime loss in St. Louis.
And before that, a 3-2 loss against Baltimore.
And then before that, the Orlando SeaWolves took it to them in Lakeland.
Yeah. Just everything but the W, really. Ball movement here from the Tropics. Stuck in their own half at the moment.
And you see Braithwaite just chilling in the other end of the field.
Handball from Dudu Cruz. He's just waiting to be a bull in a china shop.
You just chip the ball up and let him go get it because Huffman was playing so much more advanced. And you see Dudu just knocking it down with his hand.
They actually called that handball. Didn't see that today in the MLS game.
Oh, yeah, that was a big contentious,
Obvious
wasn't
error
it?
by Perot. But we digress. And that one headed into the net. It is 4-0. My goodness. And the statement continuing here. Just enough to get it over Sliva.
Yeah, it just hit off the point of the glass where the glass meets the wall and popped up perfectly for Matt Clare.
Clare has his 7th goal. This is just unreal. If you're Tom Traxler right now, it's the old, what the heck is going on out here? The Vince Lombardi issue right now.
Here's Kevin.
2:22 left here in this first quarter. Oh my goodness. Into Gerson. Is it off? And again, it's a one and done. Just they've not, for 2 nights now, really haven't asked a lot of questions. Just the 2 goals last night, one of them on a penalty.
It's got to take some shots.
Naranjo. Gerson tried to one-time it, and he's upset with himself as it got away. Heavy legs.
I mean, that's a finish that needs to be finished. Gordy's upset with himself because that's a goal. That's 9 times out of 10 for him a goal.
Silva, long release. A little bit of work from Mota.
Gotta shoot that.
Sandoval couldn't get it to settle. By J.P. Reyes. And out of play it goes.
JP, the Orlando native, been a part of soccer in the city for many years.
.128 to go. 4-0 to the good for the Florida Tropics. Tropics just looking to put an end to this woes, especially on the road. Manfoot will track it down.
This is the second time for Manfoot actually playing here, since he played with St. Louis before he was dealt to Florida.
Alvarez. And Mota couldn't get a hand or a head to it. So in the hands of Silva. Silva versus Sliva. 41 ticks left.
And both goalkeepers have at one point in their careers played for the Florida Tropics.
Last year, in fact, for Sliva, of Topeka, Poland.
And I guess for the Tropics, they were looking for a replacement for Peter, and they went with someone that was like 2 letters off his name.
That's right.
Shoot it.
14 seconds. And again, the SeaWolves just getting manhandled here. 6 seconds to go. One shot off the target. Good look for Neto with 3.4 ticks left. So far been one of those nights and one of those weekends for the Orlando SeaWolves. One thing to keep in mind here as the game goes on, Austin, is that the Tropics addressing only 13. We'll talk more about that when we come back for the second quarter, but it is a solid, to say the least, start for the Florida Tropics. They lead 4-0 here in Kissimmee. We'll be right back on MASL TV.
And this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
Jeff Ratcliffe, Austin David back here at Silver Spurs Arena getting heated inside that huddle. And Neto having some words to get these guys off and running. They trail 4-0 to the Florida Tropics here. The goals from Diegas, who had the 2 in the second minute, then in the 11th, Marangione got his 3rd goal this season, and then Claire unassisted in the 13th, and that's where we stand as we get set for quarter number 2. See how things get settled for the home side. Let's take a look at the current standings in the Central Division. Orlando was in 3rd last night, but by virtue of that loss to Milwaukee, dropped a spot. St. Louis will play Milwaukee tomorrow. Florida bringing up the rear right now, negative 33 goal differential, being helped out a little bit tonight anyway, +4.
Yeah, that goal differential could come into play later on in the season. maybe 2-3 weeks down the road, especially for Orlando. They only have that -1 goal differential, but
Orlando hopes that actually is something they have to be concerned themselves with, right? Because you've got to be fighting for second. And right now they're in fourth.
Got to come back in this game first, one game at a time.
Underway. Tropics now defending the goal to the left. And the SeaWolves will have it in the attacking half.
You're going to see a little bit of Peter Sluwa coming up and getting more into the attack, trying to get some more, just anything going forward, really.
It gets you an idea of how well it's gone for Florida. The shots are even at 6 apiece. 4 of them have went in. That's a good strike rate at any level. Rolls in, corner, trying to be collected by Cruz. A shot and a goal. So Derek Huffman has his first as a SeaWolf. Made no mistake.
Finally getting on the score sheet, and it's the new man, Derek Huffman.
No, he's a defender, but he shows he's penchant for scoring. His last year in Cedar Rapids had 9 goals, 4 assists.
He's like Sherman. He likes to strike him from distance, but he's a big body. He likes to get mixed in with it, and well, just right there, a goal mouth scramble, and he's able to put it away. Take another look at it now. You see it's just a lot of nice little back heel from Dudu Cruz, matter of fact.
Good way to start this quarter. Both of these teams. Well, you got to build on it, though. Sandoval settles it down. Alvarez getting out of trouble. A minute into the second quarter. Schmerman will send it to the far post. Just missed by about a foot. In front again, Neto is there. Player hacked down was Mendoza. And now running free at the other end. Nothing happening there is Andre Braithwaite. Braithwaite wearing 6. We have an 11 out there that's not accounted for.
No name on the jersey either.
Yeah. Gerson gave it a go and put it over the top a little too high. (4-1) our score. Turned over, center of the park. Alvarez will settle.
Here, the Tropics fans who've traveled.
Yeah, the Swan City Syndicate making some noise. Team heading their end here in this quarter. And now on the break, Braithwaite in some open space. Coming back to track him down. Got a shot away. Huffman was there to help things out. Gerson into Rojas. On running Cruz. Can he settle? He cannot. Skipped across the turf. Alvarez in the spin cycle.
That's where you saw a little bit of the tired legs. Zudu just couldn't get it under control, and heavy legs will do that to you. Just touch lets you down a little bit. Here's a chance now.
Salute turns it over. Rojas and missing the target. Not going to see that very often for number 3.
Tried to be too cute with it.
Manfoot and swing, and just putting it over the top of the bar was Sliva. Would have been a nice looking goal from Toulouse. The Haitian sensation nearly makes it 5-1.
Too close for comfort. At the other end of the, you got to finish that. I mean, there's no way you go a 2-on-1 and somehow don't score. And for Gerson especially.
Trying to come out of there with it. Schmerman's.
It's another 2-on-1.
Here's Alvarez. Will collect on this near board. It's his left foot, puts it off the board in front. Just missing another opportunity was Mota. This is good effort here in the second. A tie up. Looking for the quick restart. That will be denied. That's the whistle. Our referee tonight is Chris Gravis, assisted by Anthony Valente.
Moving it back a few feet and just getting tangled with Mota.
Falls down and goes boom. Yoshi will start this off. Waiting on the back post is Mota. Move it on the right side. Alvarez keeps his feet, shoots, and it's saved by Silva. Over to the catering area.
Well, they went high and Silva answered the call that time. Credit to him. That was a great save.
Absorbed it more than saved it, right?
Definitely good reactions from the goalkeeper there.
Corner kick, Yoshi. Alvarez calling for it. Settles it off the knee. Putting it off the wall. Cleared by Diegas. Headed forward, man foot one time. And handled just fine by Sliva. Neto. Work it around. Neto slides down, and here we go again.
The entire
Fast
team
break
going
the other
forward.
way. They're going to try to run him out of the building tonight. Braithwaite to Arriaga. There is Claire, who had that last goal for Florida. Under 11 minutes to go in the half. Solo to Claire. Lute. Arriaga against his former mates, against Neal. Huffman was there to make the interception. And Neal got chopped down. Braithwaite chases it into the corner. And hits it up and over.
That's a blue card. That's a high boot. Should be a blue card at the least, right?
Have a chat.
He kicked him in the face. I mean, yeah, the foul, sure, but take another look at this. I mean, this was up above his head.
Yeah, I would think so. No VAR. Maybe that's a good thing. Here in the MASL. Salute, dumps it to Manfoot, and went out of play. Yeah, our cameras caught that one. Well, luckily they don't wear studs in the indoor game. Could have been nasty. Cruz will restart things. Turned over. Salute dumped it down to Sliwa. Nice touch. Moving forward. And the press continues to come. Huffman. And Cruz crosses halfway. To the line, given away in heavy legs. And into the corner.
Centered it.
Cruz.
Shoot it.
A little back heel. Huffman for two. No. And now Neal will try to get over the top of it. Bounced up high on him a little bit. We're just kind of waiting there for Rojas to pull the trigger there. Now, this has been better for Orlando.
They've definitely gotten themselves into the game, but at the cost of such a slow start. There's pressure now.
Gordy, so close. Florida out shooting Orlando 11-8 at the moment. Sandoval with the corner, man foot, quick turn.
Well, they're getting into it now.
High-speed collisions. Barefoot falls. Back to Silva. Getting caught out a bit was Reyes.
Not the greatest of touches from JP there.
Rico will roll it back. Ooh. Alvarez collects it.
Quick change here, getting Neto in.
Cruz back on for Orlando as well. Edwin Rojas surveying things in front. Just see the Tropics just waiting to counter. Get a turnover and go.
And they've got 4 behind the yellow line.
Rojas. That time Cruz was up to it, and now quickly the outlet the other way. Getting stuck in his feet there a little bit. Braithwaite comes the other way though.
And they're going to say it's off of Braithwaite, and he's incensed about that one as well. We'll have a timeout.
Take the mid-quarter timeout. 4-1 Florida Tropics here on MASL TV.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you call now.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-343-7292.
Fans, the MASL has a podcast. Join host Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. (4-1) Florida. All goals coming for the Tropics in that first quarter. The SeaWolves have answered with 1 and have played a bit better, but the finishing has not quite been there.
It's left a lot to be desired,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Being outshot 8-11, or 11-8 rather. At least the last check. 11-9. Refresh things, and that one going out back to the Tropics.
Got here.
We have a contention.
Delay of
will
game.
get settled. Cruz in the joust. Ruiz, man foot. Put it off the wall, nobody trailing, and now Naranjo on the run. Schwarman there to back it up. He'll pick out a pass as he gets into the attacking half. And everything being disrupted through the midfield by Florida.
You can see the passes that usually are getting to different players, just aren't getting there tonight. And we have a bit of a ball problem. Trying to find the one game ball.
Under the, under the tablecloth. Now for my next trick. Neal putting on a little pressure. Coming back is Franza for the Tropics. Sandoval. Ooh.
Leon says, this has got to finish.
Although Rojas cannot. And we'll get the restart. The ball's just not sitting down. That Astro Division ball.
Just a little too much air in it today.
Ball is brought to you by Miter, and we'll time out before the restart. With 6:49 to go in this half. What would a goal for Orlando here going into halftime? I mean, do they need more than one to give themselves a fighting chance in the second half?
They still have a fighting chance. It's only a 3-goal lead for Florida right now, and it's MASL. The action comes fast and fluid. But a goal helps. Mentality-wise, just going into the locker room saying, yeah, we just got a goal. We can do this. We're heading into the locker room. We just scored. You know, we have a bit of confidence going into the second half. If you concede one, though, that's a different story. Just got to be wary of Braithwaite sitting on the other side of the field. Just got to be aware of him. Just anytime there's a turnover, you know they're immediately dumping it off to him. Exactly. So Sliwa's got to come off his line a bit to try and play a bit of an outfield role. And you got to have guys like Huffman, guys like Schwerman, just be aware and be able to track back. And again, with those tired legs, Florida knows what they're trying to do here. It's just about executing for Orlando's sake.
Well, they're on the road after tonight next weekend. You look at the game times there, 8:35 against Kansas City, then turning it around 2:05 on Saturday. And they've got an 8-hour drive in between that, so good luck. Just careful. And then back here against Florida, and then Kansas City makes their first trip to Kissimmee to follow.
That Kansas City-Milwaukee series, I almost just say, okay, yeah, we'll focus on this one.
Yeah. Kansas City all important. They need to get the win tonight, though. Schmerman, and they got their wires crossed on the execution. Alvarez able to win it back.
Neal's on the other side calling for it. He's wide open as well.
We've seen him against these Tropics hit a couple of them from that right flank with his left foot. He'll set in. He is open to find it to Lewis. Schmerman plows one in. Neal up against the boards. And Neal is going to take exception to that.
He is not happy with that. I think he took a bit of a knee to the face. And yeah, he is not happy. I wouldn't be either.
He kept his hands at his side, but made sure he was
thrusted his body into him.
You look at the confrontation. Now he got hooked first of all, and then
he got kicked at the end. Yeah.
Once the play is over.
I'd take exception to that too.
Second quarters went a lot better than the first, but you need to cash in here at some point.
Well, the last 2 goals that Orlando have scored this season have both come off set pieces or penalties, so great opportunity here to get one back.
It's a little more chippy. And a blue card. 2?
To 2 players.
So is Neal one of those?
Yeah.
Blue gets 1.
Both of them blue carded.
So,
I mean,
for the reaction.
Yeah. I get it.
Well, point of emphasis
Neil's
this
probably
year.
upset that he's getting a blue card because he was the one that was kicked, but it's for the retaliation. I
And
think
they're still jawing at each other.
Yeah.
Get in your box is what they're saying.
Those boxes are a tad close, aren't they? So it's Rico and Neil heading into the box, and they're still jawing at each other.
Rico,
At
Crystal
least-
Lake, Illinois / Tampa, Florida.
At least it's even. 5-on-5.
Former Rowdies NPSL player. So you got Orlando City versus Tampa Bay there. A little bit of bad blood.
You never seem to get away from that, do you?
No. So we've got 5-on-5 here for 2 minutes.
Unless Orlando find a way to get this one to the back of the net.
And it will release the penalty, yep.
There's Neto, Sandoval, Schmerman, and Gordy in.
Schmerman hit it so hard it came back and hit him in the face. He's going to check the chiclets there to make sure he's still got all the teeth. Schmerman, try it again. He scores. The Schmermanator strikes again. 5th goal of the season, and the lead now cut in half, 4-2.
He only shoots from distance, Richard Schmerman with the left foot. I swear every goal that he scored this season has been from behind the yellow line. And I mean, time and space, and finds that bottom corner. Great shot from Schmerms there.
Now Neal will stay in the box. That releases Rico. So this is... The worst part is that now they're on a power play and Schmerman's still checking.
No,
He shot that with a bloody nose.
Who is?
Schmerman was checking had a towel to his face.
Huh.
Look.
Interesting.
Got hit in the schnoz before the shot. So Neal, okay, they're both in the box, so the penalties will continue?
Apparently.
Yes, 150, they got it sorted out. If you're new to the MASL, blue cards are a 2-minute penalty, just like a power play. In fact, that's what they call it, just like hockey, if you're familiar.
I will admit I'm not perfectly versed in the ins and outs of MASL and what constitutes a release of the penalty or not.
Well, we just got schooled, right? So they stay in, still going to be 5-on-5. Typically, a goal scorers release the man in the box, but that's when it's a power play. This was not a power play situation. Well, 2 unanswered goals here with 5:40 to go in this second quarter. They have woken up from their slumber, and then the reaction, Manfoot. It is 5-2. And Manfoot has his 10th goal, his second of the year against Orlando in this building. First came as a member of the St. Louis Ambush and headed it with authority.
Shortest guy on the pitch somehow gets a free header on the back stick. And after just scoring to pull it within 2, to concede the way they did just now,
now 5-2.
kind of lost for words in some instances here.
The 25th minute of the game, Manfoot puts the cushion back out to 3. Still 5-on-5 for another 50 seconds. Sandoval at the yellow line. And Rojas. Yoshi will settle. A little bit more space to operate when you got one less player per side. Gerson. One off of Rojas. Ozzy. The play is back. Some possession here to keep these Tropics on the pitch. Rojas got hooked, chase it in, trying to follow up the shot was Edwin. And now fast break the other way. Florida on the move. Sliwa makes the save, headed back in front. And Naranjo there to clear it off the line. Alvarez, excuse me.
Dudu got stuck on a change. He was trying to get out and didn't pay attention to what was going on behind him, so that's how they got on the break.
Penalties are released, by the way. 4 minutes to go here in the half.
Take another quick look. Good save from Sliwa, getting down. And then the Alvarez header had some time to measure it up as well.
Solid clearance. Neal at the top of the formation doing some chasing here. Spent the last 2 minutes in the sin bin. And Florida in the attacking half. We'll back out, make the change. Claire back on. Arriaga as well. I'm going to take the air out of this. Braithwaite.
Good work from Alvarez and Rojas.
Stuck in the corner and now released. Cruz off his chest. No handball that time.
See the ref, he had the whistle in his mouth and then pulled it away as he looked at his other officials. Good stuff by Dudu there, sticking his foot in.
Doubling back. Arriaga caught on the boards with Neto, and they go to ground. Reminder, we take a look at what happened along the boards. A reminder, we'll have a quick word with head coach Tom Traxler as we go to halftime. Cruz, the senior referee, will do a drop ball. Oh, how about the speed here around the end, trying to sneak it by. Sliwa able to collect. Nice run by Jose Luis Burchett. And they call El Bazooka. Shot out of a cannon that time. Neto. Stuck along the boards, waiting for assistance. Rolled back out. Alvarez has it on his right foot. He'll shoot, parried away by Silva. And one and done again. And it is wide open here in the last 2 minutes. Captured by Ruiz. Now Manfoot. Head down, gets a shot away! Back-to-back goals for Manfoot, perfectly placed and beats Sliwa to his right. And it is 6-2. I have a feeling that Tom Traxler is going to be a man of few words after giving up back-to-back goals, after getting back into it. And they will likely enter the half the same place they entered the second quarter, down by 4. So Antonio Manfoot, Cleveland, Ohio native, has been around the league. Syracuse, RGV, St. Louis, now Florida. Braithwaite the assist on the first goal. And 90 seconds to go in the half. That's going to come off of Orlando. Manfoot unassisted on the second one. Inside the attacking third. Schmerman with a minute 15. Pressure coming, Sliwa. build more. A minute to go. Gerson. Neto turns with a half bicycle. Read well by the Tropics. Final minute of the half. SeaWolves fans, you do not want to be going through a home weekend without a point. That one just over the top of the bar. We'll have some work to do in this second half. We'll avoid going down twice at home in a single weekend. Contracts are not one to make excuses, but the truth is your two best playmakers not available due to injury. And now you got to watch out from conceding another one. Sleeva's got it. 22 seconds to go. Well, folks that made the trip from Lakeland have been treated to a treat. 11 seconds to go. We'll have to do this quickly. Clock stopped at 10.2. Schmerman rolls it around, poked high in the air. 5 seconds to go in the half. Checking the clock was Arico, and that should do it. And at the half, a 4-point advantage from the visitors from Lakeland as the Tropics have a 6-2 lead. Two goals from Manfoot there late in the second quarter. Spoiling was really a good overall second quarter for the SeaWolves, who got back in it with two of their own. And as we were watching SeaWolves come off and head to the locker room, there are certainly some upset folks. So we'll take a quick timeout. 6-2 at the half. You're watching MASL TV.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never. Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-355-7430 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-355-7430. Order now.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need Credit Repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average 11 negative items removed from their credit report and a 40-point increase after the first 4 months in our program. Start working on your credit today. Call now to start repairing your credit score so that you can work toward getting the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report and credit score for free in minutes.
Call 1-800-776-1642. That's 1-800-776-1642.
Back at Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, all Florida here in this first half as, again, taking advantage of the night's rest. And Orlando needing some help. They need the Knights' watch. That's what they need right now, is entertainment happening here at Silver Spurs Arena. Florida out shooting Orlando 14-11 at the break, 14-12. So just got updated here on the MASL Soccer website. We'll be right back and run through the scoring and talk about what's going on around the league.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never! Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-355-7430 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-355-7430. Order now.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need Credit Repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average 11 negative items removed from their credit report and a 40-point increase after the first 4 months in our program. Start working on your credit today. Call now to start repairing your credit score so that you can work toward getting the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report and credit score for free in minutes.
Call 1-800-776-1642. That's 1-800-776-1642.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never! Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-355-7430 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-355-7430. Order now.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need Credit Repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average 11 negative items removed from their credit report and a 40-point increase after the first 4 months in our program. Start working on your credit today. Call now to start repairing your credit score so that you can work toward getting the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report and credit score for free in minutes.
Call 1-800-776-1642. That's 1-800-776-1642.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Back at Silver Spurs Arena, it's been a good start for the Florida Tropics here on the road, trying to level the season series, which they trailed to Orlando 2-1 in those previous 3 meetings. Jeff Radcliffe, Austin David here. We're not just recap you on the half, but recap you if you were new, because I'm sure we have a big audience tonight with this Sunshine State, this I-4 rivalry, if you will. 6-2 at the half. Here's some of the rules if you're new to this, or if you were at an MLS game today and checking this out for the first time. You play not halves, but 4 15-minute quarters. No stoppage because the clock can't stop. You play with 6, 5 fielders and a goalkeeper. However, the goalkeeper can be pulled for a 6th player if they wear a special jersey. That can only happen in the 4th quarter. Blue card is what we've seen tonight. One spar, you name it.
Strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done,
Hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need credit repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average 11 negative items removed from their credit report and a 40-point increase after the first 4 months in our program. Start working on your credit today. Call now to start repairing your credit score so that you can work towards getting the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report and credit score for free in minutes.
Call 1-800-776-1642. That's 1-800-776-1642.
Back at Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, home of the Orlando SeaWolves. They trailed by 4 to the Tropics. Here's how it happened. A quick start for the visitors as Orlando was down 2-0 just 2 minutes in. And Manfoot setting this one up. And Villegas, 106. And then right now, around the league. Now, MASL, you've got the Dallas Sidekicks and RGV playing tonight. Just 3 games on the schedule. Ambush taking on the Heat in addition to the game tonight here in Orlando. And then a big one in that South Central Division as St. Louis will take on the Wave, who won here just 1 night ago. It's a 6:05 Eastern time start. Of course, last night, Tacoma and San Diego getting big wins at home against El Paso and Turlock, respectively. When we come back, well, we'll stay right here. Second half about to start. It's 20 seconds away. The clock will expire. And let's see what Tom Traxler said in the locker room. It's not a laughing matter by any means. So what do you have to say about this one here, Austin? Is you weren't here to witness the first 2 while you walked in on the goal.
Over there, knocked it back into play.
Alvarez, again, the pressure comes. Rico in front. Save made by Sleva. Rico going to start it quick, and that one lofted about 15 rows up. Huffman gets it clear. Mendoza on the run, uses the speed. Crosses the yellow line. We'll get a shot away. Defense was there from Touloute.
Mendoza not giving up on the play, gets it right back.
Neal. Just underway, 3rd quarter. 4 goals to make up for the home team. Now, without having to play until next week. Hoping to leave it all out there tonight in this to make a comeback. You don't got to play tomorrow. A spin inside the box. And Gerson doing everything he can to disrupt things. Restart top of the circle.
Looks like Florida's called a timeout.
And they put them down by 5. Would spell real trouble for the SeaWolves if they're not in it already. Orlando 6-7. Every time they get close to getting over 500, they drop a game. And
it's that invisible, it seems like it's that invisible barrier or something.
Yeah, exactly, like a ceiling.
It's almost the expansion team ceiling or something.
Yeah, and in all fairness, it's not going to be any easier for the SeaWolves going forward with the schedule. We talked a little bit about it. On the road at Kansas City and Milwaukee next week, Friday and Saturday. 8-hour drive, going from an 8:35 start in Kansas City to a 2:05 afternoon start in Milwaukee. I think the tactic there is play for a win in Kansas City and just try to get through the game in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And it's back here against Florida, and the Comets make their first trip here. Those are games that you're going to circle that are almost must-wins at this point in the season. Then on the road again at Baltimore, at Harrisburg, the double. And you know the blast will wear you out real good for the game in Harrisburg on the bumpy pitch. We'll be back here against Kansas City, at Milwaukee, versus Utica, and then Florida to close it out in April. So here comes the kick from the top of the arc. Pereiras will do the honors. On the backside, they try to slice it. And it came up empty. For the ball to be returned. 2 minutes into this third quarter. Rojas gets dispossessed again. Man foot, and we'll pull it back. Sitting on a hat trick, Antonio, the 5'4" man from Cleveland.
Manford doesn't look 5'4". He looks a little bit shorter.
Well,
he is definitely the shortest player on the field right now, but he doesn't play like it.
Small in stature, but big in heart and big in talent. Sliwa with his head to make sure that got out of trouble.
You see Peter getting a bit of a workout. He came in at halftime last night for Heiner House. You know, they needed a bit of a safety valve in the back, one with softer feet. Heiner, you know, his style of play just didn't fit the need at the time, and this is actually
team,
right. And this is the first time that Peter has actually played his former team this season as well, because he's missed the last few with well, the first 2 with injury, and then the last one was just a coach's decision.
Certainly talked to him this week, fired up to play these guys.
And he knows this team very well.
And Wall is 3. So has the hands high. The run up. And it'll be Manfoot. And again, trying to slice that one across to that upper corner. And Braithwaite couldn't execute that time. Good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, considering, you know, there's a lot of sports going on in the city today.
That's right.
Just had that Orlando City home opener earlier today. 2-2 draw, and you mentioned that contentious no penalty.
Hopefully the SeaWolves can battle back. There are no draws in the MASL, but see if we can pull level by the time clock expires. That one off the wall. Well read by Alvarez, and they're on the move again. Gets to the ball first, crosses the yellow, looking for some help, and it's not there. Finally, the rescue's that, and everybody's caught forward. Braithwaite moves it into the path. On the right side, swing and a miss.
He's lucky. Almost sitting there right for him.
Osvaldo Rojas bumping. Something was said in the locker room. These SeaWolves are putting out some effort here in this third quarter.
They're going to have to. I mean, you see how quick and how fast and furious the pace of game has been for Florida. They want to rev up the tempo of the game, and of course Orlando probably wants to slow it down a bit. They're dead tired. And there's no recovery between yesterday and today. There's just no time for that.
4 goals down to the SeaWolves. They played from behind all weekend. Ooh, Manfoot comes away between 2 defenders. Squares it right. And now they're going to play a little possession with this 4-goal lead and make Orlando chase. Salutes.
It's just Mota sitting up top by himself. Gonna have numbers join.
Arriaga, nice diagonal ball.
And be careful with this though.
That one pawed down by Sleva. Down the line and out.
Careful on the sand.
And Florida keeping Orlando on the back heels still.
Sleeva's definitely had himself a workout today against his former team. Come up with some big punch-aways and big saves. Try to do his best in terms of distribution.
A motivated Tropics team here. All the way into the corner, off the wall. Cleared high in the air. Braithwaite uses the towering height to get by. Gets it to his right foot, he will shoot low. Got the 5-hole covered. It's Peter Sleva.
Sherman back in.
Aranjo back on here. Clock stopped at 10 even.
I think that was Toulouse with the foul, right?
Well, the MASL and MITRE share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. MITRE's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. MITRE's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. MITRE and the MASL.
The refs are having a bit of a conversation here. I don't know, Traxler's very upset with whatever they're talking about. And Gordy's just laughing it off as he usually does.
It's a game. Sherman boots it all the way to the other end. Collect the rebound, but wise to it was Silva. Oh, got caught out a bit, did Silva. It's in front, and it's a goal! Gordy Gerson cuts it in half at 6-3. Third goal in 2 nights. His 22nd of the season. Will that be the spark? That gives the SeaWolves some life here tonight. And it started with a misplay by the goal.
Still time left to go.
What you can't do is concede.
Just like they did last time, you have to stay honest defensively. I'd say the most dangerous time of conceding is within 2 minutes of scoring. Just got to keep working and.
Sleva up it direct down the other way, a little flick header from Rojas. Thought he was fouled. Come the other way. Arriaga had a beat on things, but read well. Time to Edwin Rojas. Arno Cruz lifts it out of play. 9:03 to play here, third quarter. It's now 6-3. 4-12 Tropics come in motivated. Manfoot sitting on a hat trick, bumped down. And they got ball. Will come the other way. There's Rojas, save. The backup, ball's in! Following up the shot was Johnny And Mendoza cuts it to 6-4. And it bounced over the keeper.
Dare I say Johnny on the spot? He's right there for it to follow it up. And now within 2.
The response you wanted.
Knocked it right into the ground. Has a nice big bounce.
So goals, just a couple of minutes apart.
That's exactly the response you need from this team. Just chip away. Gain some confidence, pull it back little by little.
Double digits goal-wise between these two. We still have about a quarter and a half to play. Mendoza in the 36th minute. And Johnny with his 6th goal and trying to chip the keeper and missing it just over the top by that much.
And you saw Yoshi making that run too. He was a bit open. You could see a little bit of frustration that he didn't get the ball in front of goal.
8:08, approaching that mid-quarter break zone. Yoshi. This has been a good response here in the 3rd quarter. Tripped up, foul, and a blue card. And Tropics will have a seat here.
And you can hear the fans getting involved. The players are trying to pump up the crowd. The momentum is shifting in favor of the home team.
Luis Birche, I believe. No. Puerto Rico?
It's Pereiras.
Pereiras, yes.
Tripped up Yoshi on that one.
So a 2-minute power play now. First of the night here for the SeaWolves. Their power play 47%. For 5th in the league entering the night. For the Tropics, penalty kill is 71%. Solid.
They have been very good with their penalty kills.
That one in front! Goal! Neto nets another, and they've cut the lead to 1 on the power play goal.
That's what I was saying earlier. You're never out of the game. Even 4 goals down, they keep battling back. 1 by 1, they get them back, and Neto netting another.
Again, kind of just having a flurry in front and finishing any loose ball. It is 6-5.
Taking advantage of some mistakes from Silva in the back line, and you can see Silva's upset.
Neto into the net, then through the net. And it's got everybody excited here in the house.
And it's still 7:42 left in the 3rd. I mean, this is the response that Tom Traxler would have wanted from his team. Just keep pushing, keep pushing.
And on the other side, Clay Roberts has seen his team concede 3 straight.
And at this point, I almost feel a little bad for the Tropics because this has been the story of their last month and a half of the season.
Getting leads and losing those leads. So 3 goals in 3 minutes. Gordy Gerson, Johnny Mendoza, and Elmo Neto, the 3rd on the power play. And you see what it meant for Neto here, his first goal at home. He had 14 goals and 3 assists last year with Harrisburg.
Neto's one of those guys, he's just a consummate veteran. You know what you're going to get with him. A lot of those goal mouth spills Orlando has been able to take advantage of.
We are in that mid-quarter break. Talked right on through it. I'll take this time to remind you that Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This every weekend. Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. You can find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. And it's been the SeaWolves to kick it into high gear here in the third. It's sloppy at the back, the Tropics there. And at one point, been up 4 most of the night. And now a discussion.
Huffman
gotta
not happy here.
Do not put your team in a tough spot. Hey, Mendoza, Sleva, and the back Huffman out. He was certainly upset. Nope, nope, nope.
And at this point, you need to take Huffman away from the situation.
See Tom's universal settle down gestures with his hands.
And you see the entire team going over to Huffman and just saying, calm down.
He does certainly play with an edge. You get that man getting into you.
He said it yesterday. He doesn't just play with an edge. It's more than that. Huffman is one of those guys you do not want to mess with.
It'd be smart to sub him just to get him to calm down a little bit.
You see, he's still going.
Manfoot.
And there's the blue
card for both. We're going to go back to 5-on-5 here. And the officials here are trying to get control of this one. Hey, it's a rivalry, is it not?
It is, but you got to keep your head.
Hoffman.
And Braithwaite, too.
2 minutes in Braithwaite. Get the Braithwaite doesn't have a goal, but the influence he's had on this game. So see Tom trying to settle Derek down a bit. So 2 minutes for each. There's no power play. It's going to be a 5-on-5. And they're still going.
Still going.
And there's no physical barrier here at Silver Spurs Arena. A lot of the arenas you go in MASL is the hockey setup where you've got the full penalty boxes. Here it's just some barriers. .36 to go. 1-goal contest. SeaWolves have not led all weekend. And Johnny going for the brace, rifling that one into the seats.
Why not? It almost fell perfectly for him. It's a little too high.
Mendoza, the local product out of Altamont Springs. Played with Orlando City in the USL, also with OCB. Won a championship with Rochester in the USL after starring at Stetson and Lyman High School before that. And loves playing here nearby. Into the front quarter. And Yoshi comes away with it. And just selling out down into the boards. There's Rico.
3-on-2.
Stefan Sandoval. Turning around, Rojas in front, cleared off. Oh my goodness, over the top.
Yeah, Osvaldo should have shot that first time. As soon as he took a touch, the entire back line of that Florida Tropics team is right there in front of him.
The name of the game in indoor soccer is moving the ball quick, playing to feet.
And the build-up was good. You know, the creating the turnover and the build-up, perfect, exactly what you want to do, but you got to take that shot.
The time on the ball is non-existent in this league. You got to move it. Foul on the breakaway. Garden Variety.
It was Toulouse again.
Quick restart. Ozzie way it back, 6:37. Just so you know, it's 1 minute now left in those double penalties. Sent to the back stick. Down goes Gerson. quickly hops back up. Chopped down like a sapling. Schmerman on the race. Sleva to play with his feet a little bit.
Dangerous from Peter, but you got to do that. And in some instances, maybe came out a little too much. But it all worked out.
I wasn't going to give up on it. Less than 30 seconds left on those penalties to Huffman and Braithwaite. Rojas. Schmerman will give it a go again. Forces a big save from Silva. Yikes. And that one got away.
You give Schmerman some space and time, he can do some good things with the ball.
The boys will leave the sin bin in 7 seconds.
And we got players down. Not sure who that
Salute?
is.
No.
No. He's just taking a shot in the chest.
Trainer out quickly. Let's see, we'll figure out what happens when you see a scrum.
Pereiras.
Yeah, he went down almost non-contact.
Yeah, not at all. No contact whatsoever. He just went down. And at that point, you got to worry about the player's health.
Pereiras, a 27-year-old out of Rio de Janeiro. Playing futsal in the Fluminense setup.
It could have been the ball hit him in the head, maybe?
No, he's cleared out for the time being. I hope he can get back into this contest because it's going to be a thrilling fourth quarter, you have a feeling.
Yeah, and there's still 5:43 left, and it's a one-goal game. Orlando have done incredibly well battling back.
But here's the problem. A lot of times when you spend that energy to get back in it, you don't have enough left to see it out. So that's what you have to guard against.
Tying it up here.
With the mental lift you get from getting back in it. Oh, it took a wicked hop off that board where it met the plexiglass. Neto jousting in the corner. And Eric Rico. Braithwaite with Huffman. Continuing to bump.
Now you see when Braithwaite's back out there, he'll put the pressure on and he'll get back to work again.
Trying to one-time it. Under 5 to go, third quarter. 3 unanswered in the goal department for the Orlando SeaWolves. Neto down in the box, and it's going to fall into the net.
Oh, they're going to give
that? A foul before that? No, it's waved off. And Sliwa was
going to say if they
rampaged. No goal.
And now Peter's down. He took a shot there, that's for sure. Braithwaite's down now too. Everyone's down.
Yes, Neto goes down first.
And Huffman get tangled up.
A major league collision there. Gerson said that hit his hand. You're worried about your keeper now as Sliva's down. You do have Heiner House available and in uniform tonight.
Braithwaite's taken off his shirt. And he's seemingly leaving the building.
Okay. Upset.
Ooh. Trailing foot from Braithwaite caught Sliva.
Well, Coach Roberts talking to Braithwaite, who took his jersey off.
He was ready to
leave. Looks like he will stay.
He was ready to leave the whole building and just call it a day.
Done my work.
Frustration escalating on both sides of the ball.
Braithwaite, Kingston, Jamaica. 5 years in Kansas City, then
Toulouse just talking him back onto the bench.
Done this a while, 27 years old. Played collegially at Newman University in Kansas and won a championship in 2014 with the Comets.
Meanwhile,
Sliva's back up.
Good to see. He took a shot and, you know, just maybe got the wind knocked out of him. He's fine now. And we play
It's the worst feeling in the world, though,
oh,
really.
Boy, you take a shot to the stomach and you just feel like you can't breathe.
And you know it's going to be minutes before you can recover.
Mm-hmm.
Wait the restart. 4:46 here in the third. So glad to have you along wherever you happen to be. Thanks for making us a part of your MASL Saturday night, one of 3 games on the schedule. This has been a fun affair from the get-go. Florida off to a really hot start in this one, but they've been pulled back a bit by the SeaWolves here, trailing by a goal. And SeaWolves lost to the Wave last night on this field. Schmerman, good touch by Schmerms.
And
then loses it. Commentator's curse. Manfoot gets free. Schmerman got a foot to it to disrupt any chances at goal. Sliwa with a big throw.
It was a good recovery from Schmerman there.
Mendoza back to center. 6-5. Back to action. Orlando now leading in the shots, 19-18. Neal back out there.
Here's the pressure coming.
Sliwa.
That's not what you wanted.
Checking the surroundings. Lou holds top of the arc, turns to his left foot. He'll shoot. Braithwaite made the intervention. Check that. That was Toulouse.
You see the work that Neto has just been doing all by himself. He's really just holding up the ball and trying to wait for other guys to make some runs.
At 5'7", he's not your typical target striker in the MASL. Usually those are the 6 foot and up guys. But as Tom Traxler told me, he is so strong and so good with the ball at his feet. And is so experienced. A welcome addition to this team midway through the season. Huffman. Starting to wrestle some possession here, especially in this third quarter. Florida doesn't come out and play.
Sinking back. Get a quick change now for Neto. Get Rojas back in there.
Alvarez, Sliva just shy of the halfway line. One in. No problem for Hugo Silva.
The Tropics get a quick line change. Take advantage of it here as you got numbers forward.
Alvarez, now Rojas. Oh, just missed an on-running. The runner was going through. Good build up. Alvarez ran off the ball after he gave it up. 1:10 to go here in the third. All that energy we had earlier in this has been taken out of the building with a lot of those stoppages. Sliva into the hands of Silva. The Tropics will make a change. Arriaga coming back on. Intercepted. Collision along the board. Play on. In the heap was Alvarez. And that one will be called. So Rojas fouled in order to get the ball. I think the SeaWolves will feel aggrieved that there wasn't a foul back along the boards.
I mean, it was a loose 50-50 ball. I can see why the refs didn't make that call either way. Because if they had called it one way, one team would have felt hard done by it because it was loose.
Free kick a hair inside the yellow line. 32.8 ticks left here in the third. Braithwaite parried away by Sliva. Now looking to counter quickly. And he just dumped the other end. Yoshi hands to head after that. Didn't hit it the way he wanted to.
He had Rojas right on it.
Along the boards. Into the corner it goes to there for the SeaWolves. Coming out of there, a little pushing and shoving, and a foul committed by Rico.
Oh no.
And that will bounce off the top.
Still in.
Braithwaite struggles. And there's the whistle for the end of the third quarter, but they didn't concede a goal and scored 3, did the SeaWolves. And we are set up for a flurry of 15 minutes in the fourth quarter, which is coming your way next. It's the Tropics and the SeaWolves, a goal apart. It's 6-5 on MASL TV.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never. Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-355-7430 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-355-7430. Order now.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need credit repair now. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average 11 negative items removed from their credit report and a 40-point increase after the first 4 months in our program. Start working on your credit today. Call now to start repairing your credit score so that you can work towards getting the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report at...
You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. Your new laptop and tablet are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you call now.
Call 1-800-3...
They were 10 and 12, finished third in the East. This has been a bit of a struggle. But tonight they came out hot. And it is anybody's game with 15 minutes on the clock. Jeff Radcliffe, Austin David, and our entire Gemstone crew bringing you the color pictures and accounts of this one. A Saturday of sports action in Central Florida. And it'll be the SeaWolves attacking right to left in the yellow O-Town kit. Served into the corner. Neto brought it down. Alvarez. There's Toulouse. Minute gone here in the fourth. SeaWolves will have it. Orlando now out shooting Florida 22-19.
One less go to show for it. Quick look at that last play. An opportunity now in top.
Oh, good look.
Boy.
Good look. See how
JP, what are you doing?
how physical it is down there.
Yoshi putting his head on the line, that one.
By Alvarez. Keep it alive on the 50-50. Comes all the way back.
Oh,
boy.
And the retaliation might get the blue card here. No.
Down in a heap is Diegues.
Diegues, yeah.
And a blue being shown to Mendoza. Oh, no, to Alvarez.
Yeah, and that's for the retaliation.
Let's see if we get a glimpse. He pulled the jersey and pulled him down.
Yeah, and then the retaliation was the thing that was seen. That's usually how it goes. You don't see the initial foul, but you see the retaliation, and that's what gets the attention of the refs.
That's what I tell my 12 and 13-year-old all the time. Never the first guy that gets caught.
It's never worth it to retaliate.
Oh, no. So power play now for the Florida Tropics here, 13-37. They lead by a goal. SeaWolves penalty kill, 58%. Foul.
I'll get the free kick. Well done by Neto, and you see the Tropics swarming the referee now.
So they get a shorthanded opportunity at the very minimum. Neto near side. Back post is open. Change the point of attack. Gonna power it through. Gordy brings it down, shoots off the plexiglass to the right of the goal. And here they are, shorthanded here. And will try to keep possession as long as they can. 1:42 to go in the penalty.
You see Neto just kind of pinned it against the boards.
And Florida will get possession here. Drop ball. And Florida will come away with it. Oh no, a blue card for Florida, and that will...
No, that's for Neto.
Oh, Neto gets it instead. Oh boy, now it's going to be bad news. So Alvarez will have a friend, and it is going to be 6-on-4. 3 field players and the goalkeeper.
And that's the last thing you want in comeback effort.
Oh. Remember, they score a goal, it releases one of the penalties. So 2 minutes, for the most part, of difficulty here for these guys. At the yellow line, on the back post, shot, 5-hole, and a power play goal is there.
Unlucky for Peter, he had that one. Just went right through his legs.
So back in front. Oh, good hit from Franza. And he picks up just his 2nd goal of the year. Two-goal advantage and still on a minute 42 power play.
At least you get one back on the field at least.
Good, it's just continuing to get chippier and chippier.
Yeah, and this is going to be where the refs need to come in big, because they need to try and manage this game and not let it get too chippy.
Sandoval flick it inside the area. And it'll come back to Sleva. Way across the yellow line, not letting Florida get into a set. Eye off the window. Bit of a touch inside. See Johnny Mendoza getting mixed up. Silva not taking kindly to it.
He bobbled that one, and Mendoza went for it off the bobble, but then as soon as Silva had it, Johnny tried again. It's usually frowned upon.
1 minute left in the man advantage. Boy, I want to say if you can get out of this with just the 1 goal conceded, being 2 men down for a bit. the backside. Franza maybe thinking about another from the same spot. Schmerman out there. Franza again, off the window. Collected by Ruiz. To Pereiras. Franza. 7-5 score line. 23 seconds left in the power play. Manfoot, big swing, comes all the way back to the other end. 15 seconds remaining for Neto to come out. There's one more attack in the offing. It's turned over. 7 seconds. Shorthanded. 3, 2, 1, and the power play expires. So full strength for the SeaWolves. Sandoval. 2 goals down, 11 minutes to play.
Still plenty of time.
Gerson. Big swing. He's met by Breathwaite. Schmerman back into the mixer. The board headed into the area, right into the path of Silva, the keeper. This team will get a change, and
we got a timeout.
Timeout call.
We want to take a breather.
That's right. You're watching the Orlando SeaWolves on MASL TV. You can catch each and every game on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. There's again the schedule upcoming for Orlando. On the road for 3 of the next 5. There's going to be a trip if they can get 1 win out of that gauntlet, at least the first 2. You come back here against Florida again. The Comets, and that's the second day of a back-to-back against Florida, so that's not going to be easy as well. You know, schedule makers really do nobody favors in this league. It is a gauntlet for everybody, and in particular the SeaWolves here in their first year. Coming over from Cedar Rapids. Remember, you can get all the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. You can make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and at MASL Arena on Twitter. Clay Roberts, soccer family in Polk County. Plant City native, used to coach the Ocala Stampede and the VSI Tampa Bay club.
Very short-lived one at that.
Yeah. Older brother Shane Roberts, longtime USL player, now an assistant coach for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They begin their season next week on the road. Gets back, Silva. 10:30 to go, 2 goals down. Orlando is in the rear view the entire night. Herky-jerky start-stop here in this 4th quarter.
A bit of a miscue between the officials there. Ref called it a free kick for the SeaWolves, and the other ref said, oh, it's going the other way, right?
They got it corrected. Gerson, Neal. Squares it to Cruz. Down low, Rojas. Tries to get a turn, gets pushed off the ball. Here come the Tropics the other way, 2-on-1. Braithwaite sizes it up, and it's saved by Sliva.
Huge save by Peter.
Gerson, it's tripped up. Quickly bounces off the mat. Cruz. Ooh, goodness. And Joni. Florida on the possession here, 9:49 to go.
You see all the players not playing for the SeaWolves. They've got a box over there right where the ball is. So every time there's a call they don't like, they pop up right in the air.
They can only dress 15. Florida just dressed 13 tonight.
Matter of fact, I was talking to one of their other players that didn't dress earlier today, Robbie Aristodemo.
That's right. the color analyst for Orlando City on the radio. Former Canadian national teamer. Just won a state championship with Montverde Academy's girls soccer team, by the way, last week. Got to call that match. Robbie, one of the better players this league's ever seen in his days with Baltimore.
The last time that these two teams faced off, Robbie actually played. He hadn't trained the entire time during that week before, and he's still right on it. I mean, it's impressive. He's still training, obviously, with his girls team, but not with this Florida Tropics team.
300 appearances, over 300 for Robbie Aristodemo with San Diego, Cleveland, and Baltimore. Most of those with the Blast. Canadian national teamer. I think the only player to hold the distinction. He's played outdoor for the Canadian national team and indoor for the futsal.
It's not often you find guys like that.
High level both ways. Not here tonight for the Tropics, though.
Although they did ask him. But obviously his Orlando City duties take a bit of precedent.
A little busy today. There's the Gerson. He's got one of the quicker shots in the league. Can't get it off. 8-18. Time not a big issue yet. 2 goals down. You don't want to go 3. Mendoza breaks free. Leave it to the backside. Neal will shoot. Saved, made by Silva.
Silva had that angle closed down.
Went off the window and out of play. Off of Florida, it appears. Yep, corner kick.
Set piece opportunity now. Diegas and Schmerman having a quick conversation. Neal, Schmerman, and Gordy up atop. Rojas on the other stick.
.740 to go. Go the other way, Neal. And everything he can to get away. What a lovely ball from Neal. Rojas shoot it off the window. Had Mendoza trailing. And what do we have here? Going to go against Orlando, it appears. Or not, no. .721 to go. Sherman, the big old swing coming all the way across halfway. Sleva, dangerous territory there. One right in the hands. Silva. Johnny Mendoza could have had 2. A lot more possession here in the second half for the SeaWolves. Battling into the corner, trying to get a turnaround shot, and went to the near post with it. Didn't get good purchase on the ball to Rojas.
Ozzy must be incredibly frustrated. The last few matches, he hasn't been able to get a good, clean shot off. Been held off the score sheet, which is very unlike him.
Entered tonight with 15 goals, 5 assists. Second on the team to Gerson, who's on the ball now. Gerson sends it low, spilled a bit, and cleared long and out of play.
Almost actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, Braithwaite nearly brought it down.
We'll get a timeout here, the last one.
So midway through the 4th, timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. It is Florida Tropics 7, Orlando SeaWolves 5 on MASL TV.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Stop living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now.
I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
Ready for the final 6:20 of this fourth quarter. Going back to the early portions of the third. SeaWolves scored 3 in 3 minutes. They've got 6:20 to score 2 and force overtime. Jeff Radcliffe, Austin David with you here. It'll be a sprint to the finish line, I'm sure. Gerson will give chase. This will be a big win for Florida coming on the road. And concede the foul. Clock is stopped at 6:11. Motok coming back on.
I think Alamo took a bit of a knock there.
Another in Gerson. Hit it on the run. Down in a heap.
Play on.
Motok will shoot right at Silva.
And Gerson, ooh.
Gerson is in some discomfort. He plays 100 miles an hour.
You can see the bandage on his knee. He's already taken a few knocks this season to that knee. And the more knocks he takes, the worse it's going to get.
And probably the guy you least want to lose here in this final 5:53.
You're already without your third leading scorer in Tiago, who's sitting over there on the sideline. Osvaldo Rojas has been held quiet tonight. And, if Gordy can't continue, I mean,
as we take a look and see what might have
see
happened here.
Oh, it looked like it was just a 50-50 ball, and both players went for it, and Gordy came up with a worse for wear.
Gerson not the player that's ever going to back out of something like that.
That is correct.
And we've seen him in the past limp off the field only to come back on for a heroic moment. So don't let this fool you. As Chris Kokalis, general manager of the SeaWolves, helped his old pal out.
That's tough. I don't know if Gordy's going to be able to finish this one out. Knowing him, though, he'll rub some ice on it and just trot out there for the next 6 minutes and then pay for it the rest of the week.
You can't rub any dirt on it. You'd have to be playing in Harrisburg for that one. 5:50. Oh, over the back, maybe? No. Manfoot going to put an end to this one. 5:43, a 2-goal lead for the visitors from Lakeland.
Blue card. Yellow card. Yellow card, in fact.
So the yellow means he's off. Clock stop at 5:40, so he'll be out all but 40 seconds of the remaining of this one. And the longer you take, the more the SeaWolves get their legs back.
Manfoot not at all happy.
5 on the clock. And he'll be effectively done for the night, but what a night he's had. It's 2 goals in the second quarter.
Unlike the blue cards, the yellow card means they can still have a full
You take a
number of
dangerous
players.
attacker off the field who would be really good in a counter situation.
Very true.
And Joni running forward after Arico. Long ball into the corner. A bad play in this situation. Sliva's got it though. 5:13. Long ball. Climbing the ladder and skying for it, Hugo Silva. And time is certainly an issue now, under 5. Mendoza The battle. Giving away Neal, upsettling things. Here come the SeaWolves 3-on-1. Numbers coming back, tripped up, and falling on it is Silva. Just wouldn't quite sit down. 4:30. See how the Tropics play this now to guard this 2-goal advantage while they drop numbers. Rojas.
Got Johnny sitting there, he just can't get away from the defense to get it off to him.
And the call goes against the home team again. Well, there'll be no moral victories tonight. Give the credit, the SeaWolves on short rest come back after being down by 4 twice. With that power play goal that they gave up really looming large now. 4:10 to play. And waiting for player to get up off the mat. Look at Rojas.
There's JP there.
Yeah, Reyes, who haven't had a chance to talk to as he goes down. He's the Orlando native. Boone High School product, played with Craze, Central Florida Craze.
He's a great guy. I've gotten a chance to talk to him a little bit. You know, before the season started, he was actually helping Orlando get off the ground in the preseason. Yeah, he's always about growing the game in his native Central Florida. You know, despite him playing for Lakeland, he's still all about Orlando soccer.
Ecuadorian descent, played there for a little bit. Rochester in the USL. Reyes. So Orlando man will have a seat, 33-year-old. Well, Boone Brave, so it's fitting he's in orange, right?
Well, look who's back out on the field as well. He's limping out there to go talk to the ref, Gordy Gerson. I think one ref thinks that there was a blue card shown because the door is open. I don't think the ref showed a blue card, though.
Well, it's not good for Orlando if that is the case. Well, it's just 4:10 to go. You don't want to be going down a man on a power play. I didn't see a blue card. A lot of conversations going on between the officials and the SeaWolves bench at the moment.
It's been an ongoing theme the whole night. You know, with one team still in it in contention for the playoffs, the other one really with nothing to lose at this point. Looks like, Rojas is going into the box.
Yikes. So that will be, unless that's a 5-minute, let's see.
That's a 2.
So be a power play for Florida. This is going to hurt their chances to come back for the SeaWolves.
Can't even go 6 attacker here.
And when the power play expires, should they get out of this unscathed, they'll have about 2 minutes to go. That one dangerously close to putting this one to bed. Unfortunate timing on that one. 147 on the penalty. And one of the top goal scorers, the second best, is inside the box. Tom Traxler, how do you play this? You just do everything you can to get a couple of goals here. And to heck with conceding. If it happens, it happens. Or do
you need to go? You need to go for the win.
And you're down 2.
Yeah, at this point, once the power play expires, you may sub out Peter and go with the 6th attacker and just go all out.
122 on the penalty. Served into the corner. And the Tropics will set up in line to get their second win here in this series. It would even at 2 games apiece. And send Orlando down to defeat for the 3rd straight game.
This game is kind of similar to the way that these two teams played in their first matchup in Lakeland.
Now Orlando came storming back after conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah, but it was a poor start from Orlando in the first place that forced them to make the comeback. The comeback came short, though.
Ended up 9-6. 42 seconds left in the power play. And Florida content to take some time off. Not interested in necessarily scoring the goal. They just want to burn the clock. But if they can get it, it's a bonus. Out to the point.
25 seconds to go in this one.
A goal will pretty much put it dead to rights. The run up.
Great block by Edwin.
Selling out. Edwin. 16 seconds on the power play. Cruz out there, some fresh legs to defend. And this is over. They'll have a little over 2 minutes to get 2 goals.
Not impossible. Still possible.
Well, they scored 3 and 3.
You add a 6th attacker into the mix, things change very quickly.
Cruz upended.
Power play is over.
Well, it's expired. It's even, but still having to defend for their lives here. 2 minutes to play. A whistle. And Florida will retain possession. Oh, folks that made the trip over from Lakeland are going to have a fun drive back. And rewarded for their efforts. Something changes here. 1:53 on the turning clock. Now this one's going to hurt. One thing to lose in Kansas City and lose to the best team in the division, but Florida, that one got knocked down. 139. Lose to your rivals on your home pitch. Trailing 4-0. Into the corner. Oh, dangerous ball inside. 1:20 to go. That one going to be
top of the box.
This is good for Florida. 1:17 and a chance to ice it.
Gordy is back out. Look to try and do something here.
Well, if they can get one. Remember, St. Louis.
Yoshi is ready. He's got the 6th attacker jersey on. He's ready to come on as soon as this play is over.
Okay.
Now here comes Gordy.
Full sprint. Only back the foot of the keeper. 1:08 to go.
You see Gordy just asking his team, where are you at? Where are you at? We got to press.
Rojas, 57. See Sleva thinking about coming off. 52 seconds.
You gotta press him now. You can't just let him sit there with the ball.
Schmerman, big win. All the way down to the other end. Not going to get it done. 40 seconds left. The SeaWolves team looks exhausted. Schmerman intercepts. Did that one the whole way. Couldn't settle it. 30 seconds to go. And nearly adding to the tally. 20 seconds. And this is going to end up a win, I think, for Florida now. 15 ticks. And the comeback will fall short. They never led in this game. 7 ticks left. And a shove for Rojas for good measure as they go out of town. 2.6. And all that's waiting for the official word is the final whistle. So the Tropics will get their 5th win of the season and 2nd against their rivals from Orlando. And the SeaWolves will drop to 6-8. Congratulations there to Clay Roberts and his team. They had the plan to come in, press from the start. They created problems, got out to a 4-goal cushion, and the lead they never relinquished. As time expires.
Not yet. 0.6 seconds.
0.6 seconds.
Just delaying it.
The inevitable.
No.
Tropics will look ahead to their trip at St. Louis. Go on the road quick, a quick turnaround for them. But they get the victory here. They get the job done tonight against the SeaWolves. So Florida Tropics 7, Orlando SeaWolves 5, the final score.
Yeah, it's just the poor start. Poor start, forcing your way back is great. Yeah, it's good. Emotionally, getting back into the game and being able to, oh, here we go again. Derek's still talking.
Not ending this.
Derek's still talking.
Well, remember, there's a rematch coming once more on the 15th, so just in 2 weeks' time. And this will add some tinder and some kindling for this rivalry that got kicked up a notch, I think, here tonight.
Rough going for the SeaWolves. You got to bounce back. Take away the positives from this. You make the comeback, but the effort was in vain tonight.
Well, series even now. 2 wins, 2 losses per side with 2 more to play. 7-5 the final. Tropics get the better of the SeaWolves. For Austin David, for our producer Indy Rosen, our director Bob Herman, and our entire Gemstone crew. I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Silver Spurs Arena, Florida. 2 goals better than Orlando tonight. Good night.